is Shannon. Thank you so much for joining me today for this slow flow grounding practice. A lot of my grounding practices, we don't stand up, but for this one, we will be making our way to our feet. And when you think about grounding, you hear people talk about earthing, walking barefoot, laying in the grass, going in the woods. These are all things that we do to connect to the earth's energy. The earth has a very calming frequency, and this is so good for our nervous system to be out in nature. This is why nature is so healing. So in this practice, we will be really focusing on grounding our body and tapping into that earth energy. So no props are required, and our mantra or our theme for class will be, I am grounded and safe in my body, connecting to the earth's energy. So we're going to start today with the earth mudra. So with this mudra, we take our ring finger and our thumb and place them together. In Ayurveda, all the fingers represent elements, and the ring finger represents the earth, and the thumb represents fire. So this is called Prithvi Mudra. So this will help us connect to that energy of the earth. So we'll start in this easy seated pose, shutting our eyes, feeling our sit bones grounding down, noticing our breath gently coming in and out of our nose. Feeling the soft rising and falling of our chest as we breathe. And as you inhale, picture the energy of the earth coming up through your root chakra, up your body. And as you exhale, releasing anything you're ready to let go of down into the earth. I am grounded and safe in my body, connecting to the earth's energy. Now we'll take a full deep breath in through our nose, filling up our belly and our chest. And a gentle sigh out. Now you can keep your hands in this mudra. We're going to gently lower our chin to our chest. And then inhale, gently looking up. So following our breath, noticing how our neck is feeling today. And the next time your chin comes down, let's pause, breathing into the back of our neck, sitting up nice and straight, and we'll move our head gently right and left. And release your head back to level. Let's flip our hands so they're facing down on our knees. And we're going to take our left hand and bring the back of our hand to our low back, gently pulling our elbow back. Let's let our left ear fall towards our left shoulder, relaxing our right shoulder, feeling the stretch in the right side of our neck, relaxing our face and our jaw. And then we will switch sides. So the left hand on our left knee, back of our right palm is on our low back. Maybe pull your elbow back slightly as you let your right ear fall to your right shoulder. Feeling that softness in your jaw. And release. We're going to do some big circles with our arms, so bringing them back and up, looking up, palms together, and bringing them down to heart center. We're going to do this a few times, so inhaling up, exhaling down. Feel like you're pulling that energy of the earth up and down, rooting it into your body. One more. Now we'll pause with hands at heart center, feeling our thumbs pressing into our chest, noticing how we're feeling today, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now we'll release our hands and let's straighten our right leg and slowly fold forward. Coming down, you can place your forearms on the mat, or you can stack your forearms, making a little pillow for your hands. Relaxing your entire body. And slowly release back up. We're going to walk our hands to the left side, turning our right leg so the inside of our leg is on the mat. And once again, gently fold forward. Maybe you want to make that little pillow, feeling this gentle stretch in our low back. Noticing all parts of your body that are touching the mat. And then we'll slowly rise up, keeping our left hand on the mat with our fingers facing out. We're going to gently come up with our right foot flat, getting a long body stretch. You can arch backwards slightly. You can have a slight bend in your left elbow. And feel your right leg engaged. Slowly release back down. Let's go ahead and switch sides so our left leg is extended as we walk down to this forward fold. Maybe you place the opposite arm on top as you rest your forehead down. And then we'll very slowly press up, letting the inside of our left leg come to the mat. You can have a slight bend in your knee as you fold down to the right, melting into the earth. I am grounded and safe in my body, connecting with the earth's energy. And very slowly release back up. Let's keep that right hand down so we can come up into that long body stretch. And slowly release. We're going to turn towards the short edge of the mat, coming down on our forearms and just moving a little bit forwards and backwards. And then we'll pause and center. We're going to straighten our right leg, pressing our heel back, getting a stretch in our calf. You can drop your head. And then we'll slowly lift that right leg up, keeping our right foot flexed so our entire leg is engaged. Let's take a few breaths here. And then finding our balance, we're going to slowly lift our left arm up, palm facing in. And you can stay like this, or you can bend that right knee, bringing that arm back to clasp your foot and gently pulling your foot towards your bottom to get a stretch in your quad muscle. And if you'd like, you can bring your knee up towards the ceiling as you lower your forehead down, which will stretch a little more of the hip flexor part of the quad. And gently release back down. Let's move our hips a little bit right and left, and then we will do that on the other side. So left leg is out, pressing that heel back, dropping our head, feeling this stretch in the entire back side of our leg. And then we'll slowly release the stretch so we can lift that left leg to parallel, flexing our foot and pausing. And then very slowly reach that right arm in front of us, palm facing in. And once again, you can stay in this position, or you can bend your left knee, reaching back to grab your foot, pulling your foot towards your bottom. And maybe you slowly bring your knee up towards the ceiling as you lower your forehead down. Keeping your face nice and relaxed. And slowly release. We're going to come back into a child's pose. So forehead is on the mat, arms are in front of us. You can have your toes together, your knees can be a little bit apart. Now let's bring our hands wide on the mat, coming up on our fingertips. We're going to inhale up and then exhale down. And you can gently move your head so you're getting like these little undulation movements in your neck. Next time you come up, pause, tucking your chin, feeling all of your fingertips touching the earth. And then we'll slowly walk our arms back, sitting on our heels. Maybe you bring your knees together a little bit. We're going to inhale our arms up and take our right elbow, bending it and bringing our fingers in between our shoulder blades, clasping our right elbow with our left hand and gently pulling our elbow towards our head and slightly backwards to get this stretch in our tricep muscle. And you can stay like this, or you can gently bend a little bit to the left with your body. Now we'll switch arms. The right hand is clasping our left elbow. Left fingers are relaxing between our shoulder blades. as we gently pull our elbow back. And maybe you bend your body slightly to the right. Hips can shift to the left. And slowly release your arms down. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. So let's bend one knee at a time, looking right and left. And then we'll bend both of our knees and really press our chest towards our thighs, pressing through the base of our fingers to take a little weight off our wrists before we gently reach our heels towards the mat. Your heels never need to touch. Mine are not touching today, which is fine. I'm feeling a little tight in my legs, but I'm getting this nice extension in my back. Now let's widen our legs a little bit on the mat and bring our hands a little bit closer to us. Once again, pressing our chest towards our thighs. And we're going to take our left hand, clasping the outside of our right leg, gently bending our elbow, looking under our right arm, getting this little twist. So we're sort of pulling our body towards us and to the right. And release. Let's do that on the other side. So our right hand is grabbing our left calf, gently bending our elbow, turning to the left. Maybe you're pulling in your belly. And release. Let's walk our hands a little bit forward, back into more of a traditional downward facing dog, so our feet are a little bit closer. We're going to lift that right leg up and pause. And then lift our left heel, rounding our back, pulling our knee towards our nose, and then extending our leg to the left to go into fallen triangle. So your left leg will be flat on the mat as you reach your left arm up. Outside of the right foot is on the floor. And slowly release, coming back into downward facing dog. Let's take 2 breaths, then we'll do that on the other side. So lifting our left leg up into 3-legged dog and pausing. Then raising our right heel as we round our back, pulling our knee towards our nose. And then extending that left leg to the right as we drop our right foot flat, reaching our right arm up. And slowly release back. We're going to gently walk our feet towards our hands, coming up on our fingertips. Let's bend one knee at a time, letting our body and our head hang very heavy, looking right and left. And then pausing and maybe moving a little bit forwards and backwards. So lifting your toes and your heels. You can have as much bend as you'd like in your knees. These forward folds are very grounding and relaxing to our nervous system, signaling to our parasympathetic system and our vagus nerve to rest and digest. Now we'll pause, clasping our elbows, and do a little dangling pose, letting our body sway right and left. Now let's bend our knees enough so our chest can rest on our thighs. We're going to sweep our arms behind us, clasping our fingers. Our thumbs are touching as we gently let our arms fall over our head, getting this nice stretch in our shoulders and our chest. You can straighten your knees a little bit, but keep your chest on your thighs, feeling that support. And then very slowly, we're going to round up one vertebra at a time as our hands, arms slowly come down to our bottom. And then we will release our hands, going back into that earth mudra with our thumb and ring fingers touching, standing in Tadasana. Feeling all four corners of our feet grounding down. Visualizing roots growing from our feet down into the earth. And as we inhale, that earth energy is coming up through our body. Notice your heart beating. Now we will inhale our arms up and step our left foot back. So we're coming into a warrior two position. We're going to come in and out of this with our arms coming up and down as we bend our front knee. Following your breath, inhaling as we come up, exhaling as we come down. And then we'll pause in that warrior two, glancing over our right middle finger as we gently squeeze our legs together. This pose reminds us that we are the warriors of our own lives, helping us tap into our inner strength, our inner power. Now let's bring that left hand behind us with the back of our hand on our low back and reach our right arm up and back, keeping that front knee bent. And then very slowly straighten that front leg. And we'll raise our arms up, heel-toeing our feet a little closer with our toes out and our heels in, into this star pose. And let's bend our knees, sweeping our arms down and palms together coming up. So once again, as we do this slow, controlled movement, picture yourself sweeping up this energy of the earth into your body. And as you exhale, releasing whatever's not serving you anymore. One more time. Let's return to star pose. And bring our toes parallel to each other, or our feet, I should say. And we're going to sweep our arms behind us, clasping our fingers, and do a gentle forward fold. You can have a bend in your knees if you'd like. As we come down, relaxing our head, letting our hands fall up and over our head. And you can stay just like this, or if you'd like, you can gently bend one knee at a time. Going slowly, focusing on your balance. And then we'll pause and center, gently bringing our hands down. We're going to take our right hand and grab the outside of our left leg, and our left hand grabbing the outside of our right, and gently let our body fold down. You can bend your elbows slightly, just pulling a little bit on your legs, almost like your arms are helping you fold forward. Now notice which arm is closest to your face. We're going to release that arm and go under the other arm. So we're doing the same fold, just with our arms in a different position. Relaxing your head, your neck, feeling the stretch in their legs and the back. And slowly release. Let's lift up our toes, turning them to the left so we can step our right foot next to our left. Once again, we're going to come on our fingertips, bending one knee at a time. Feeling this nice movement in our hips and our legs. And then maybe you want to lift your toes and your heels, doing a little forwards and backwards swaying. And then we'll pause, grabbing either your forearms or your elbows, letting your body hang very heavy, swaying right and left. Let's release our arms and come all the way up, reaching our arms up to the sky. Maybe you look up, maybe you even arch backwards slightly. And hands to heart center. Let's pause here, taking this sacred pause to feel our heart beating, to notice our feet touching the mat. Now we'll inhale our arms up and step that right leg back parallel to the short edge of the mat, bending the front knee. We're going to come in and out of Warrior Two once again. Following your breath. And then pausing in our Warrior Two. So our shoulders are over our hips, glancing over our left middle finger. Relaxing our face and breathing. Now we'll take the back of our right hand on our low back, reach our left arm up, arching back in this exalted warrior variation. Maybe you're slightly pulling your right elbow back. I like to shut my eyes to work my balance a little bit. Feel free to try it. And then we'll slowly straighten that front leg, still reaching out of our waist. Now let's straighten our arms up, heel toeing our feet closer. We're going to have our toes out and our heels in as we come down into goddess pose with our ring finger and thumb touching, relaxing our other fingers in this earth mudra. And slowly release. Let's heel toe our feet so they're shoulder length apart. We're going to inhale up, and with a bend in our knees, we're going to fold forward and gently bend our knees, keeping our fingertips on the mat. We're going to slowly walk our hands to our knees, sitting up nice and straight. And maybe you want to bring your hands to heart center, pulling in your belly. You can even lift up a little bit with your legs, pressing your knees together, so balancing on the balls of our feet and breathing. And release. Let's drop our bottom down to the mat. We're going to open up our legs so we can come into a wide-legged forward fold. So let's inhale our arms up, hands to heart center, and slowly fold forward, and then place your hands on the mat, coming all the way down. You can stack your forearms, or you can bring your forehead all the way to the mat. Relax and surrender. I am grounded and safe in my body, connecting to the earth's energy. Now we'll slowly walk back up. We're going to bend this right knee, placing our foot towards our thigh, flexing our left leg, so our left foot, so our leg is completely engaged. Let's inhale our arms up and slowly fold forward, keeping your back flat, pausing, and then gently coming all the way down, rounding your back. If you'd like, you can relax your hands on the mat, or you can take one or both hands on your foot, gently pulling the ball of your foot back as you reach your forehead towards your knee. And slowly release. Let's walk our fingers back. We're going to help that right knee up, and we're going to bring the left arm on the outside of the thigh, placing our hand on our right shoulder. Inhale as we lengthen. Exhale as we twist to the right, keeping that left foot flexed and engaged as we twist. And release. Let's do that on the other side. So the right leg is straight. Inhaling our arms up, slowly coming forward, keeping our back flat and pausing, and then gently rounding our back, either placing your hands on the mat or grabbing your foot with one or both hands to get this stretch in your entire back side of your leg, rounding our forehead towards our knee. And very slowly release, walking your fingers back up. Let's bring that left knee up, placing our elbow on the outside of our leg. Right hand is on our shoulder, left fingers are behind us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Keeping that right foot flexed and engaged. These twists are very healthy for our spine and our discs. Wringing out anything that needs to leave. And release. Let's go ahead and come down on our backs. And come all the way down and do a long body stretch. Reaching your fingers and toes apart. And then sighing it out, bending your elbows, letting the back of your hands come down. Toes are falling out. We're going to take a couple breaths here. Feeling how grounded and held you are. Now we'll bend our right knee, clasping our fingers on our shin, pulling our knee towards our right shoulder. Let's relax our legs and use our arm strength here. And then bending your left knee, let's place our right leg on our left knee. We're going to bring our legs up, and our left hand is going to grab the outside of our foot, right hand grabbing our knee as we pull our legs towards us. And then gently move a little to the left so the top part of your left arm can be on the mat, and your right hand is gently pulling your knee towards your body. Left leg is completely relaxed. And release. Let's straighten that right leg, clasping the left shin, pulling that leg to the left, relaxing both legs, both feet, both toes, but feeling the strength in your arms, maybe pressing your shoulders down towards the mat. Once again, we'll go into that figure 4 with our right hand holding the outside of our foot, left hand holding our knee, pulling our legs towards us and gently rotating so our right arm all the way to our elbow can be on the mat as we pull our left knee towards us. And if you're holding the lower part of your right leg up, just let it relax down and breathe. And slowly release. Let's bring our feet wide on the mat, opening up our arms so our palms are facing up. Let our knees fall right and left. Getting this massage on the upper part of our glutes. Bring the bottoms of our feet together, letting our knees fall out. You can place your hands on your thighs. If you bend your knees a little more, you'll feel more of a stretch in your legs, or if you bend them a little less of a stretch. Keeping our left leg and our left hand where it is, we're going to lift our right leg, grabbing the outside of our foot, going into this half happy baby. So our right knee is at about 90 degrees. And you can take your left hand and gently push on your left leg as you pull your right foot down, continuing to relax your face and your jaw. And then slowly release. We're going to do that on the other side. So grabbing the outside of your left foot as you gently pull your foot down and gently press your right thigh down. Slowly raise that right leg to go into this full happy baby. So holding the outside of our feet as we rock right and left. Going into our day with a beginner's mind, like a baby who loves to roll around in the grass or the sand. When my kids were little, I used to love bringing them to the beach. They just were so happy there on the earth, listening to the water, feeling the breeze, being out in nature. Now feel free to do any final pose you'd like before you make your way into Shavasana. So letting your legs be wide with your toes falling out, palms facing up, giving yourself this time to relax and integrate, relaxing your mind and letting your breath return to normal. Now let's start to deepen our breath, finding some movement in our fingers and our toes. And bend one knee at a time, slowly making your way back into an easy seated pose with our index finger and thumb together in this Prithvi Earth Mudra. Let's take a moment here to notice how we feel. And we'll take 3 deep grounding breaths. So inhaling fully through our nose, gentle sigh out. Let's bring our hands together to our third eye, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for showing up today to practice and come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in you, and together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for this grounding practice. I hope you're feeling calm and peaceful, and I'd love to hear how you're feeling in the comments. And of course, like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can practice again soon. And go out in nature and do a little earthing today. Have a great day.